matchmaking is not dead. It was never dead. I mean, even when people got online and started dating through websites where they were filling up like long forms about themselves, and I think Tinder came in and became the world's largest dating app. But I think friends and family never went away from that process. And I think, from time immemorial, 2012 is when Tinder came in. I think friends have always been a part of, the dating process. So when you're swiping with somebody or you share your profiles with somebody, has been a part of it. And I think in Singapore as well, when we've spoken to younger people, we see that, they do talk about the fact that BFFs play a very big role. Even though dating isn't inherent to the East, and it's probably not dinner time conversation sitting here in Singapore. You're not sitting at dinner and talking to your parents about like who you're dating, or they're not asking you those questions. You're sitting probably in a cafeteria, or you're with your friend, or the person sitting next to you at work, and you have that exchange of should I kind of do that or not, right? So I think matchmaking very much is a part of, it's complementary to the dating process. Dating is a very personal experience. It's also a very vulnerable experience. It's very hard, as we've heard from Gen Zs, to go through it alone. Not that millennials had it easier, but I think it's only getting tougher to kind of find a social circle to choose somebody from. And I think, therefore, people love that experience. And we've done more, I think, in terms of our product features to be able to bring that into the app now. We've known that, your friends and families are a part of it. So you might not want your mom or your dad to know, but we've heard stories of I asked my grandmom to kind of swipe for me, and she actually had a lot of wisdom in terms of what to look for, right? So there's all of that. So I don't think it's very inclusive. I think I will say about Tinder is that, it's non-judgmental, it's filter-free, in the sense that you don't really need to, say a lot of things about yourself. It's your pictures, it's your profiles, it's what your personality is that's built in. And alongside that, it sometimes helps, I think, to have, a friend or a family member kind of swiping for you. So yes, we launched Matchmaker. That's exactly what it's called, because it is kind of, the matchmaker, what a matchmaker would do for you built into your kind of profile, right? So you get onto Tinder and you open up your profile, and you can up to, I think, about 20 or 21 friends or family send out a link, and they don't need to be on Tinder, but they'll be able to use that link and start looking at profile cards of other people, who are your potential matches, and they can recommend these people for you. Again, going back to the fact that dating is very personal and it's ultimately up to you, it's your choice. They can recommend for you, so your family and friends can definitely recommend, but they can't like or nope for you, so that is ultimately for you to do once they send in their recommendations. The entire point of swipe is, mutual consent. So you need to kind of say yes to somebody, and somebody needs to say yes to you, for both of you to be able to get connected to each other, right? So it's not like a stranger can just kind of approach you at a bar and start talking to you, and you're like, okay, I didn't want to have this conversation, right? I think there are also a lot of people who meet and, become besties for life, or, they are kind of, business partners, because the possibilities, I think one of the things that we are kind of seeing, and this is dictated again by the younger generation, is that, they're kind of challenging the traditional notions of dating. And so, they're making dating a lot more unconventional, a lot more less pressured. We introduce features like relationship goals and relationship styles, and for people to be able to say that, look, I am interested in long term, but right now, I'm looking for something short, right? Or the other way around, right? Or for example, people are also exploring across the world, like, ethical non-monogamy. So I think for us, it's about giving people the choices, that they can have. Spending time together has become, a big kind of, affirmation for young people, rather than it being anything else, rather than it being, say, gifts. So giving a gift to each other in dating probably, has been trumped by, let's just spend time together doing something, that either you like or I like.
Yahoo!